Welcome, my fellow Capricorns, to your 2020 September reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if this is the first time that you've tuned into my channel, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover that you'd like to ask, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Or if you want to keep it out of the public forum, you can email me at my private email address, which is also below, and I'll give you your reading via email. Now, if you are already a subscriber, you can purchase readings off me as well. So just email me and I'll give you all the details about how that works. Now, let's get into your September reading. Now, September starts off with, I got so many layered messages when I was doing this reading, and some of them are were quite meaningful for me, so I'm hoping that they're going to be meaningful for you as well. So we start out with the Empress. Now, the Empress is a card of abundance and nurturing and fertility. And this card here is normally the card of impending pregnancy or the birth of a child. So some of you might be pregnant at this time or finding out that you're pregnant and making a lot of plans about that. But it's also a sign of amazing prosperity, and you can be assured that anything you try in September will be very successful if you put your minds to it. And the Empress is a sign that you really have the ability to manifest your dreams. So if you want something and you are really visualizing it, it can be that you are creating your reality in September. So really think positively and think about where it is you want to be in life and where you want to go, and things are absolutely going to come to fruition for you, I feel. Now, as I said, this card is one that talks about pregnancy or childbirth, and it also talks about motherhood and maternal issues as well. That they're all kind of covered by the Empress's domain. So you know, it's about nurturing as well, and this can be a message that you need to nurture yourself as well as those around you, and really remember that the message of giving birth can also be a metaphor as well. And we might be sort of beginning a new project in September or a new phase of your life. It could be that you might be opening a business, or you are in the process of creating some art or a book, or you are sort of going into something with a nurturing kind of mentality. And I'm feeling like in September it's really the time to do something luxurious for yourself, as well as taking care and nurturing others. Do something really nice for yourself as well. And that could be just spending some time in nature, or buying yourself a nice little gift, or, seeking out healing experiences like a massage or some Reiki or something like that. So if you're thinking about nurturing yourself and you're wanting to do that in September, is a great time to do it. Now, the Three of Pentacles. Now, I am feeling like a lot of these cards, I mean, obviously we can't all be pregnant and giving birth. I'm certainly not. But I feel like for a lot of Capricorns, this is a new start in your work, or something to do with your work. And this month, you could get this amazing new idea that just is going to be the start of something big for you. And the Three of Wands talks about great craftsmanship and working together in a sort of tight-knit team where you're really doing outstanding work and everything's kind of coming together. The Three of Pentacles is quite a creative card, so it could be that you are really following your passion in September with something that you really love to do, and you've achieved a level of skill now that with a lot of practice and a lot of determination, you're kind of really been able to sail to the top of your profession, or you're going to be able to sail to the top of where it is that you are planning on going with your business or with anything else. So September really is heading out to looking really well, really great for commencing new projects. And also in September, I'm feeling like you are building some really solid foundations. Now, this can be within your work. It can be also in your home life. You are really been working hard, and your work's being rewarded, and you feel like you've reached this sort of level of comfort. You sort of reach this level of comfort or abundance, and if you haven't, you are going to be in September. And the Four of Wands really talks about the promise of a joyful life. You've struggled quite a bit, and September really sees us being acknowledged for your hard work and being appreciated as well. And it's going to give you, September, a sense of financial stability, I feel, or you're certainly going to feel financially stable. And you might even get the opportunity to actually focus on the joys of your home life and be building on that. Now, the Four of Wands is also a marriage card, so some of you might actually be taking that final step and getting married, or certainly starting a home and working on a home together with a partner, or working together to make a wonderful stable foundation for your kids, particularly if you are pregnant or having a baby. And, also this month, there's a kind of a message to say that it's really time to express gratitude to the wonderful people that are in your life, as well as your angels and the universe as well. So just take that time out to just have that little bit of gratitude, because whatever you give out, the more you're grateful for something, the more you get. Now, the Sun, that is such a wonderful card. I'm so happy to see this card. Now, this card talks about pure joy and happiness. And, it's possible to have great epiphanies when the Sun comes up in your spread. It's another success card, and anything you put your hand at, you are going to be successful with. And, this month, and this is mirrored in the Ace of Swords there, you do have that card, but this card talks about there's so many opportunities that can enter your consciousness in September. You're going to get so many, you're really going to be fertile with ideas. And, that links back to that Empress card with fertility and that sort of thing. Your mind will be fertile as well, and your creativity will be fertile. You'll be able to produce and work on growing a lot of things that are really you're passionate about in September. And the sun also talks about someone whose self-confidence has grown or is on the rise. So if you've been feeling a bit down or not feeling very confident in your own abilities or skills, September is really going to change things around for you, and you are going to be really feeling that confidence and that happiness. And, as I said, pure joy. The sun just shines its light on everything, and it's wonderful new experiences and the success of new experiences and new endeavors as well. Now, as I said, that Ace of Swords there, aces are the embodiment of the sign that they represent. Now, swords are the mind and thoughts, and this Ace of Swords is clarity in all of that kind of stuff. You're really clear and focused on where it is you want to be going in September and how you want to get there. And as I mentioned, some new ideas. You're very fertile. There's a lot of new stuff coming into your mind, and you've got the ability in September to grab a hold of those and actually work with those ideas and put them into action and get some benefit, some abundance from that. Now, you have the King of Pentacles. Now, this can be you showing up in your own spread, or it can be someone else that, and I see the Lovers there, so the Lovers is quite often, it just talks about that love that is not just a fleeting thing. So this could potentially be someone that you are in a relationship with. Or another message that I got through when I was meditating on this reading is you have the Three of Swords there. Now, the Three of Swords is a broken heart or feeling betrayed. And it could be that this Pentacle, this King of Pentacles, actually has hurt you, and it is preventing you from sort of being yourself and being truly happy. And the Lovers card can mean a choice. We are put in a position where we have to choose which direction we want to go in. And the King of Pentacles describes someone that is they've got, they've a great business head on them, and they have the Midas touch, and they can just, they're quite abundant themselves. They have a lot of money, and whatever they touch, they can kind of turn it to gold. They just really have, they're great managers, and they care for people too, and they're really not, they're really environmentalists. And they care for people more in the way where they give money to help people rather than nurturing them, because they are kind of workaholics, this particular sign. But this could be someone that you do get involved in a relationship with. This could be a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. But also, the King of Pentacles, on an actual meaning level, rather than not representing a person, it actually talks about incredible prosperity and success. And I really am feeling that this new idea or this new endeavor that you undertake in September is going to bring quite a lot of that to you. And the King of Pentacles just talks about your plans are going to really fall into place. They're going to go really well. And, if you need money, it kind of just seems to appear or fall from the sky out of the blue. Just it comes to you in certain ways. But, it's really your hard work that's brought the abundance to you. So you're going to be really really putting in the effort. And this card can also talk about an up and coming raise or promotion as well. So that's something lovely to look forward to. But as I said, you do have the Three of Swords there, and this is a card that talks about sadness and, moments that have filled you with sadness. And when it shows up, it says that something needs to be healed in your life, and you may have suffered a loss, or perhaps you're still like haunted by some pain that you've gone through in the past. But I feel like this is the time for recovery. And the two keys to recovering from sorrow is time and forgiveness. So that includes forgiving yourself as well as others. And it's really important to forgive yourself for anything that you feel that you've done that is, impeded you along your way, or if you feel like you've been involved in the breakdown of a relationship or haven't acted correctly, anything like that. It really kind of asks you to forgive yourself and then find that happiness again. And once you sort of can forgive yourself, I think you can do that. You can find that happiness and that joy in your life. And I really see those kind of things happening in September, because, you have this, the Ace of Swords not only talks about new ideas, but it's new clarity. You can see things differently. And I think that does kind of lead into the Lovers. And, when the Lovers turns up in a reading, the first thing everyone thinks of is, a powerful, long-lasting romantic relationship is on its way. And that is often the case. So if you are not connected with somebody, this can be heralding this amazingly wonderful relationship. And it's not the type of love that just kind of falls into your life for a brief time and then fades away. This is like the Lovers talks about a card that, that really is enduring love. And so this could mean, as I said, there could be an engagement or a marriage as well. And that definitely marries up with the Four of Wands. So if you are already in a relationship, you might be moving on to that next step. And, if there's a card in the tarot that represents a soulmate, the Lovers card is kind of really the one. I mean, there's the Two of Cups, which also kind of talks about that. But the Lovers, the Lovers, you can't get more of a soulmate than that. Now, it's, whether or not this relationship that you're going to get into sort of lasts a lifetime or not isn't really important, but it is going to be very significant and be life-changing, Now, as I mentioned before, the Lovers can indicate a very important decision that you need to make. And when that occurs in a reading, when the Lovers card kind of shows up in a reading, you're encouraged to make a choice of the heart. So if you are in a position where you are having to make quite a significant choice, like this is one of those moments in time where it's a choice that can change your life. It's a life-changing choice. So, you have to make that choice based on your heart and not your head in this instance. Sometimes we have to make choices with our head, and this isn't one of those times. We really need to listen to our heart and follow our heart if we are faced with a significant choice. Also, the Lovers card talks about returning to health. So, if any of you have been unwell, and this is definitely possible because the Three of Swords does talk about being quite ill or sick and unwell, the Lovers talks about it's an indication that you are going to return to health, or certainly things are going to be getting better for you in September. Now, just to go on to this new deck of cards that I have chosen to use, I was sort of guided to this deck, and it's so beautiful. I love the imagery in it. Even the back of the cards are so beautiful, and you just kind of look into it and you can just get so many messages. So if you can sort of look in and you get messages from this card, listen to your intuition, because that's trying to tell you something. But the card that Capricorn's got for this month is letting go. And the affirmation is, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flow of life. So we need to sort of say that to ourselves and allow ourselves to surrender and let things go. But I'll read out the meaning of the card. So, surrender, relinquish control and allow spirit to take over. You don't need to do everything by yourself. All is well. It's time to just let it all go and enjoy the ride. Doing so gives others permission to let go in their own lives. The universe wants you to know there are times to hold on for dear life and times to simply throw up your hands and let go. It's time to release any limiting patterns, emotional attachments, or inner and outer clutter. Surrendering doesn't mean that you're yielding to a force outside of yourself. It means that you're allowing your soul to take over. Release the stress of needing to control things, wanting to determine the outcome of a situation, or expecting others to act in a particular way. There is a simple grace and beauty that unfolds when you truly let go. Loving spiritual help is all around you. Simply open your heart and let it in. And that is such a lovely message, because when you hang on to that pain in the Three of Swords, particularly if that's something that you've gained in a relationship, or some deeper pain that you've had over your life, when you hang on to that, you can't allow new things, better things in to replace it, because you're so stuck in that pain. And these cards are really wonderful. They've got questions in each card that you kind of are asked to ask yourself. So I'll ask them, and I'm hoping that these might resonate with you. So, is there anything I need to release? Is there a person or situation I need to let go of? Is there anyone who needs to let go of me? So they're quite deep questions that really get you thinking. And if you actually think about them and the answers, and answer them honestly, they can bring forth so much clarity in your life. So I hope that resonated with you, Cappies, my fellow Cappies, brothers and sisters, and I hope you enjoyed it. So if you're into crystal jewelry as well, check out my website at kasana.com.au. They're all handmade pieces in Australia by an Australian designer, all one-off pieces only. So check that out if you're into crystals. Have a wonderful September, Cappies. Bye, I love you.